Hey, everybody, back at it here on If You Don't Like That. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a chance to watch Rhino earlier today on the King's Court each and every day at 3 o'clock right here on If You Don't Like That. NBA playoffs, the Pistons are off to a good start against Cleveland. They win game one. You've got the Thunder leading the Lakers at the half. You got the Avs on top of the on top of the Wild 3-1. And the A's in Philadelphia, they get a bad loss. They lose 9-1. Giants and Padres currently going on. Hey, what do you want to talk about today? Hit me up. All right. Send me some questions. Let's do this here on an open forum Tuesday. Did you watch the Spurs game last night? Did you watch the Spurs game? I mean, you can say all you want about Victor Wembanyama's 12 blocks, freaking allergies. How many of those blocks did the Spurs retain? And how many of the blocks did basically they ended up being like offensive rebounds? That's number one. Number two, and by the way, Wembanyama is a great player. I'm not suggesting that he's not. He cannot shoot as poorly as he did last night. And then there's De'Aaron Fox. He was terrible last night. Terrible. 10 points. What was he? 5 of 14 from the floor. 6 turnovers. Fox can't play like that. Plain and simple. That's a big win for Minnesota. You know, you get that first win, and you've got home court advantage now. And I fully expect the Spurs to be able to win in Minnesota. But, like, wow. All right? Wow. So, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Rhino, Sacktown. Tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday. Somebody said, why did you not just do your show at 3 on YouTube today? Because I'm doing it at 7. That's why. And Ryan's doing it at 3. I mean, I can't do the show 24 hours a day. You understand that, right? I mean, I like coming on in the evening based on the informal poll that I used here on this yesterday. It seems like a lot of people like this time slot. It's not going to be good for everybody, but it seems to be good for a lot of people. And I like talking about the games that have just been played or currently going on. And we can have a lot of people, you know, again, watch while the games are going on and we can talk about it. All right. It's not, listen, stop it. Okay. I'm doing the show when I want to do it. I appreciate your questions, but like, I don't want to do the show at 3. All right. I can't do the same show on radio that I do here on the podcast. It's a different format. It's not radio. It's a live show with video and a lot more interaction than on the radio. Okay. Like it's different. Like, I don't know how to explain that to you. It's a different format. Now, will it entail a lot of the same topics? Yes. But like, I don't have commercial breaks here. I mean, I'll do a sponsor read, but I don't break for a couple of moments. All right. And, you know, again, I can't, how do I want to say this? And I appreciate your support. I can't meet everyone's demands. You want the show at 3. Someone wants the show at 4. There are people that want the show at 5. There are other people that want the show at 6. Right? Like, I'll tell you exactly why we're doing the show differently. That's a good question. Because Ryan and I do different shows on YouTube. His show is a lot more structured. His show is a lot more graphics. His show is a lot more elements than mine, okay? I'm not an element guy. I'm not a structured guy. I'm a guy that let's come on and let's have some fun, all right? Ryan's show is extremely, he puts together a detailed show. And obviously he's had a lot of success doing it. My show is more of a react to what's going on show. Like I'm watching right now the hockey game. It's 3-1 Colorado. You know, I love watching hockey. Second half getting ready to start Oklahoma City and the Lakers. I'll watch that game and I'll react off that. I like taking a lot of questions from people like yourself. And so, like, here we go. Hey, Grant, just checking in. Clocked out on my lunch break. How about those Knicks? I don't want to celebrate too early, though. The Sixers still got Maxine, Embiid, and Edgecombe. You got to win 4. You got to win 4, but they're off to a good start. All right? Thank you. Appreciate your support. I'm glad to be here. Said Ryan had a good show today. That's what I love about Ryan. He puts a good show on every day. I watched part of the show today. I mean, I absolutely watched part of the show today. He always puts on a good show. All right? Just the way it is. Legends say to this day, Grant is still trying to find BJ's flight. No, you know what? I did find it. All right? Thank you for having a common sense platform. We appreciate you. Thank you. That's what I try to do. Thank you. Common sense. That's where we're at. You agree with me about the Spurs last night? I mean, Fox has got to play a lot better than that. Plain and simple. Fox has got to play a lot better than that. He really does. He got to play better than that. All right, if you want to call the show, I put the link up on the chat at the beginning of the chat. All right? So it's there for you if you want to call the show. All right? We can have a lot of fun. Get on. There it is again. How much did the Kings being so bad impact my radio show? Fans seem extremely apathetic. That's a good question. It probably didn't help. It's a good question. Probably didn't help. You know, I prefer this over the radio. You know, it's interesting you say that because I was thinking about this earlier today as I was getting ready for the show. I love the format of what we do here on YouTube and X. It's very relaxed. I don't have a boss. You know, if I want to curse, which I really try not to do on this platform, you can curse. I prefer if you don't use swear words. So thank you. I mean, there are times when it happens and I'm okay because it fits the description of what we're talking about. But it's not like, oh my God, he just cursed or she just cursed. You know, so like I would prefer we don't go in that direction. I know there are times when we may do that. I don't have to worry about, gee, somebody said something that can be misinterpreted as sexist or racist or whatever. I can be the police, the common sense police, and I go, you know, you probably shouldn't go there. It's not appropriate. But like then I don't have somebody walking into the studio, which didn't happen, by the way, at the previous radio station, and say to me, you know what, we need to talk. You know, nobody comes up and says we need to talk. Here's what the deal is. And that's a very good question. And I appreciate that so much, more than you know. I love being my own boss. I love being inflexible. Like if I have to travel or I have an event that I have to go to at 7:00 at night, I can say, hey, gang, listen, tomorrow I can't do it at 7. Let's do it at 5. All right. And you can set your calendar. All right. Here's Patrick on the East Coast, who is a loyal supporter. Said, not that I'm the only guy here, but this slot works for me. Thank you, Patrick. Do you understand what I mean by that? So, like, I have the flexibility. I'm my own boss. How about this? I also prefer this over the radio, too. And I appreciate that. And so, here, you want to do something for me? Here's what you can do for me. I've been doing this podcast for a long time. Rhino's been doing it for a long time. You know, let people know that not everybody knows. I had 2 people today that were unaware that I do this show, which, again, that's a little baffling to me based on the fact that these people that said that both follow me on X. Well, I promote my work on here and on X every day. So if they're following me on X, how would they not know that I'm doing this show? But, you know, people are busy and people sometimes see what they want to see and they're looking for certain things. So number one, let people know we're doing this every day at 3:00 and 7:00. And Also, my sponsors. I have 3 loyal sponsors. If you have an issue with plumbing, use New Works Plumbing. When you go out to eat, if you want to go to a nice meal, lunch or dinner, Prime Seafood and Steak, go out and let the people at Bennett's know that, hey, you're a supporter of mine and you watch the show on YouTube. So it's all good, but I appreciate your support. Just know that. All right. And I appreciate Dorian. Dorian, how are you, buddy? How's it going, my man?
What's up, Grant? What's up? What's up, Rhino? If you're watching, Grant, I'm just hanging out, man. Just want to call in and obviously, wherever you and Rhino go, man, we're gonna follow. Obviously, we're big fans and we support you. And it's a shame about what happened, but we're here as a community and we're here doing what's best for yourself and for Ryan, and we support you and we're gonna follow you wherever you go, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Everything going good? You getting ready for Mexico?
Getting ready for Mexico, yeah, here in June 24th, going to the World Cup,
Wow.
match 53, Czech Republic. So I'm really hoping that the Mexico wins their group so I could stay there and go to the next game in Mexico City. But
Better have some money in your pocket.
I know I'm still saving up for that next game, man. So we'll see what happens, Grant. But I'm excited about it. It's the first World Cup that I've ever been to. I've been to many soccer matches. I've been to one Mexico USA game, which was a bucket list game. Mexico won 3-2 in 2015. So hopefully this next game that I go to in the World Cup is going to be even better, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy for you. I think you're going to have a phenomenal experience taking in everything. What day, how far in advance will you go to Mexico?
So I'm leaving June 23rd, that Tuesday morning, and then the game is June 24th. And then I'm supposed to fly back that Saturday, but I'm hoping that I don't have to fly back that Saturday because I'll be going to the next game on the next Tuesday, whoever they play in the knockout round of 32.
That's going to be such an amazing experience for you. I'm really happy for you. That is going to be unbelievable. It really is.
Thanks, man. I've never been to the FA or Mexico City before, so I've been to Mexico plenty of times. Obviously, my parents are from Mexico, but yeah, I've never been there. And obviously,
Mexico City's great. Mexico City's awesome, man. I love Mexico City. It's a great city. I loved it. Now, again, the traffic is ridiculous, but like the city, it was fabulous. It was a great experience to be there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm staying in El Centro, which is basically where the big Mexican flag is at. So I'm staying right there. Everything's gonna be walkable, man. So yeah, Grant, I'm super excited. But back to your show, Grant. I personally, for me, I'm still young. I love the radio. I really enjoyed the radio aspect of it. Obviously, when I was younger, listening to you too, when you and Doug were doing the games, and you and Doug were on the radio, but I also enjoy this format too. So whatever it is that you think is best, I mean, we're going to follow, we're going to support you, man. Cause I do understand that you like the flexibility. And I think there are two different consumer bases, right? Between who listens to the radio and then who watches and listens to YouTube.
Yeah. I am trying to figure out, I think that a lot of people that watch this show also listen to the radio show.
Yeah.
But I think there are a lot of people that listen to the radio show that didn't watch and have not followed me over on this platform. And I'm really hoping that happens. So thank you very much, Dorian. I really, how much I appreciate you, buddy. And hopefully we run into each other soon.
Of course, Grant. Before I wanted to call you on the radio, but I'm not going to pretend like I know about horse racing. But I don't know if you watched the video with Golden Tempo coming from the very back to winning the Kentucky Derby. I mean, but what was most powerful about that was the female trainer and her emotion. And I think that's what sports is all about, right? In sports, right, we get a lot of negativity sometimes, but I think the power of sports and watching that video from her perspective, the female perspective, which mostly we get a lot from the male perspective, I thought that was really powerful. And again, I don't watch horse racing. I don't condone horse racing, actually. But I thought that was really powerful to see from the female perspective how like the emotion and the coolness of sport can really come out and be amplified, because I thought that was really sick, and that's what sports are all about. Thanks,
Amen. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
All right. See ya. We're here to support you.
Good stuff, Dorian. Thank you. All right, let's get to Kazi. Kazi, it's your turn right here. Got the candle going. I love it. How are you? Thanks for calling the show.
Hey, doing well. Just kind of watching the Lakers OKC
Yep.
game. Um, Grant, just real quick, I was just curious. I was just because I saw your tweet on Twitter. Maybe you can't share, but what happened, bro?
Very simple. They were making budget cuts. They made a financial decision, and they notified me and Ryan yesterday before the show that it was going to not continue. And I was like, okay. I
Oh
didn't. I
shit.
didn't really say much. I'm like, well, I need to get ready for my podcast.
Gotcha. I was making sure it like wasn't something that you said you should
No,
have
no,
said
no, no.
something.
They were very complimentary of our shows. They made, even when they talked to us yesterday, they said, "Listen, we love your shows you were doing. We love the content. This has nothing to do with the product on the air." They made that very clear to us. Not that that matters, but that's what they told us.
Gotcha. And so it sounds like 7 o'clock is gonna be your time for you.
Well, I think so. I'm continuing to ask people, and I will continue to ask for this week what people prefer. Here's the thing, Kazi. I can't appease 100% of my audience. Okay. I'm trying to do what's best for the masses. And most people that responded yesterday said they like this time. Not all, but most. So I'm flexible. If somebody wants me to do, if there's a group of people that want me to do the show one day at 5 o'clock, I'll do it one day at 5. But I would like consistency. I really believe in consistency, trying to do a show at the same time on most nights or most days for consistency.
For sure. I mean, yeah, this time works for me too, but obviously do what's best for your channel.
Thank you, buddy.
Good
Appreciate
deal.
it. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to call. You take care, all right? Love it. Got the candle going. See, like, he doesn't want to show his face, but he's okay to show the candle, you know? All right. What time works for Baki? Let me tell you something about Baki. Anytime works for Baki because the guy's up 24 hours a day. All right. This is very true. The radio industry is catching up to the newspaper industry. I had a conversation with somebody about this morning. Talk radio is is close to being a dinosaur. It is close to being extinct. It is close to being no more. When you see a historic radio station in New York City, WCBS Radio, WINS 1010 News, when you see these type of institutional, legendary news talk stations cease to exist, that tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. This format right here, the advent of podcast, I'm not even going to mention satellite radio. This right here is the main reason why radio is on its last legs. And I'm not even talking about the Megan Kellys of the world, all right? And even if, and I'm mentioning these names because they become huge pioneers in the industry. You look at what, for instance, Joe Rogan has done. You look at what Megan Kelly has done. Joe Rogan doesn't need to be on radio. Megan Kelly doesn't need to be on Fox. I mean, that's just the truth of where we're at. Larry Kruger's a good friend of mine. When Larry lost his job, he started his podcast. He's got more people that watch his podcast than listen to him on the radio. Damon Bruce, killing it. Again, good friend of mine. People that I respect. People that you would know. So here's the bottom line. We have an audience. You support the channel by watching it. Okay? You support the channel by using the sponsors that we have. And I'll tell you right now, because I love talking about my sponsors. From day one, see, I believe in loyalty. Like if you ask me what my number one quality is, trust and loyalty. That's New Works Plumbing from day one. They're awesome. And I love when people use New Works Plumbing and then respond about what a great experience they had for all of your plumbing needs and repairs. New Works Plumbing, plus water heaters, water line repair, sewer repair, water filtration, gas lines. So understand they do it all. You've got the information on your screen. Maybe you don't need a plumber right now. Maybe you won't need one tomorrow. Hopefully you won't need one for a while, but there will come a time when you probably need a plumber and you want to thank me and you want to thank Ryan. Use New Works Plumbing. Let them know that you're a big fan of the show, and that would mean a lot. So like I talk about loyalty. You're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. And that's really the truth. I've always said this, and I'm going to keep saying this in case you're new. This is not my show. It's our show. It's your show. It's my show. It's not just my show. It's your show. It's my show. That's how I do it. All right? That's how we do it. Said great rant on sports on the Spurs this morning. Forgot to hit you up on X. Thank you. That's another thing. Every day I do a rant and I put it out on my podcast platform. So wherever you listen to your podcast, you can check out all of my rants. All right. These corporations are cutting people constantly. It is what it is. But guess what? I've got this format right here, and I've got incredible support, and I have incredible sponsors. And, you know, again, yesterday, you know who one of the first people to reach out to me was? Brian Bennett. Brian Bennett. Bennett's Restaurants. Sacramento, Roseville, the West Side Grill in Rockland. Many of you have been to Bennett's, and you go in and you tell the staff, hey, we're fans of Grant's shows. And that means the world to me because then they tell me, hey, you know, we're getting a lot of people coming in because of your podcast. And they're good people. And their food is so consistent and so good. And it's really Brian's one of the great people. And I say great in terms of his love for the community and his charitable donations. And it's always like, what can I do for you? What can I do? What can I do? That's Brian Bennett. Prime Seafood and Steaks. They're awesome. Go to bennettsrestaurants.com to make a reservation. That's bennettsrestaurants.com. Say hello to the staff. Let them know you support the channel. And if you see Brian, he's a great guy. Brian would love to talk to you. He is a phenomenal restaurateur. Prime Seafood and Steaks at Bennett's, but more importantly, just a good vibe, good ambiance at all three locations, and great people that work there. Thank you to Brian Bennett. Thank you to those of you that use Bennett's Restaurants. All right. We've got 3-1 in the hockey game. By the way, just so you know, I normally watch hockey over basketball, but you've got the Thunder leading the Lakers. So we can get you caught up on everything. Grant, you should try afternoon show because it might be higher listening. Not based on my experience. I've done shows at 3 o'clock. I've done them at 4 o'clock. I've done them at 5. I get a bigger audience in the evening. All right. So, like, I don't agree with you. Here we go. I've been to Bennett's multiple times at every location, and the food is absolutely amazing. If you go on the weekend, order the prime rib. Yeah, the prime rib is unbelievable, isn't it? It's great. The prime rib is great. Thank you. Brian watches this show quite often, so I'll let him know about the great comments. All right? Let me explain something to you. All right? 200 viewers is nothing. During Kings games, this love stream will have over 200 viewers, especially if the Kings are good. No. You're wrong. We had 32,000 people. I took a screenshot of it. 32,000 on YouTube and X one night for a Kings-Lakers postgame show. 32,000, not 200, not 2,000, not 12,000, not 20,000, no, 32,000. Now, do we have that every night? No. If you look at the numbers on YouTube, they're very small compared to what the numbers are on X. So yesterday when I did the show on X, the numbers were 4 digits, not 2, not 3, 4 digits. Here's the other thing. Not everybody watches this show live. Some people will go back and watch the show tonight. Some people will get up in the morning when they're on the treadmill or whatever, and they'll watch or listen to the show. So you have to understand that. And thank you for your support. We will follow you wherever you go, Grant. Thank you. And that's what I mean, loyalty. You're loyal to me. I'm loyal to you. I love loyalty. Like loyalty to me is where it's at. All right? Channel grows when you can do 2 segments a day like Grant and Rhino. Evening time is just fine for the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Ryan is very dedicated to doing his show. And I'm thrilled at the product that Ryan puts out. And I was telling Ryan, now here's what I want for Ryan. I want Ryan to get a sponsor. I want somebody in our community to sponsor Ryan's show. And I'll tell you what I'll do for you. If you sponsor Ryan's show, I'll sponsor you on my show for no charge. Okay? You understand? If you sponsor Ryan's show, if you have a business and you're looking for really good exposure and you sponsor his show at 3:00, I will endorse you on this show for free. No charge. Okay? So what you'll become a sponsor of the channel. Not just for Ryan. I'll mention and talk about you on my show too. I'll do that. Okay? Because I want to get Ryan a sponsor. So if you own a business and you're interested, all right, hit me up. Send me an email and I will forward it to Rhino. Okay? Or better yet, why don't you just send Ryan an email? There's his email right there. Rhino. Remember, it's not Ryan for his email. It's Rhino, R-Y-N-O. Rhino in Sacktown at gmail.com. Send him an email. If you have a business and you're interested in sponsoring, and if you do that and you get on his show as a sponsor, I will mention your business on my show every night. I'll do that for you, okay? That's a promise. As Scott Pollard says, eye contact. Or you can email me, gnapier at gmail.com. Very simple. gnapier at gmail.com or Rhino, R-Y-N-O, in Sacktown at gmail.com. And I'll be happy to do that for you. Thank you. And Ryan would thank you as well. Said, I want the truth, and you deliver just that. No sugarcoating. Don't know how to do it. Don't know how to do it. Still 3-1. The Avs looking to go 2 up on the Wild. That's a good question. Who can we sponsor if we don't have a business? Well, do you have a charity that you're interested in? Do you have something that appeals to the masses? Right? We could do that. Okay? Or if you were generous, you could make a donation to the show, but that's up to you. All right? Said, this is a great time, Grant. When I can't catch this time, I watch later. I've been following you since I moved to Elk Grove in 98. You're a legend. I don't know about that, being a legend, but thank you very much. All right? Yes, Jerry Reynolds, Jeff, will be on. Matter of fact, I talked with Jerry today. All right? Jerry will still be part of the channel. I had a nice conversation with Jerry this afternoon. Actually, it was this morning now that I think about it. Who doesn't love us some Jerry Reynolds? Don't we love Jerry? 80-72, Oklahoma City still leading the Lakers. Pistons beat the Cavs 111-101. Get you caught up on everything going on in the world of sports. All right. Grant, your thoughts on San Jose Sharks getting the second pick in Maple Leafs' first overall Sternberg stud. He looks like he's going to be the real freaking deal. That's for sure. So, yeah, that you should get a hell of a player at number 2 also. All right. What is ruining sports media is debate shows like First Take. I wouldn't say it's ruining sports. Colorado just scored 4-1. I don't know if I would say it's ruining sports. I think the political woke nonsense is really hurting sports. But I don't know if I would agree with you that it's ruining sports. You know, I know Shaq. Shaq knows me. The deal with Shaq is just getting a hold of him. Like if I saw Shaq, we'd go up and give each other a hug and talk, and it would be all cool. But I don't have his number. Getting a hold of him is another thing. All right. Will I have another meetup? I haven't been to one since I met you and Ryan at the Korean barbecue for Game 5. Yeah, I'm sorry you weren't able to get out to Bennett's. We've been out to Bennett's twice. I hate to say this. If the Kings ever get to the playoffs, we'll do shows again, but that's probably the only way. Yeah, I am surprised the Dodgers don't have a bigger lead. They're not playing well right now. They're not playing well right now. They're just not. They're not playing well. Colorado's playing well. They lead 4-1. How was the F1 race in Miami after the changes? Better. I thought the race was more competitive. It was better. What a crazy start. Crazy start with Verstappen doing a 360 and the contact. Kimi Antonelli and what he's doing at age 19, he's now won 3 in a row. It's pretty amazing. Mercedes still looks like they got a great car, but McLaren bounced back and had a really good weekend, second and third. It looked to be more competitive, more changing positions on the racetrack, which you can do at Miami because there are a lot of straightaways. And so, whereas at Monaco, you can't pass. Bahrain, you can't really pass. Miami is a good track for that. So let's see. But I thought it was a good start. Oh, the Wild have just scored. They needed to. So a quick goal, and it is 4-2, but they are running out of time with 5 minutes left to go in the game. I didn't watch the Derby live. I did watch all the replays and everything. It was a heck of a race, wasn't it? Heck of a race. It really was. Heck of a race. Hey, Sunrise Landing in Calusa. All right, here's the deal. If you're looking to relocate, they got beautiful models, and there are 3 right now that are available that are turnkey. Everything's done. Inside, outside, all the interiors, everything. Boom. You buy the home, you walk in, everything is done. Okay? They are releasing a couple of more homes that will be available in the summer, towards the beginning of the summer, where right now you can still pick out your interiors. Then there will be some at the end of summer where, again, you can pick out the interiors at Sunrise Landing, adjacent to the Calusa Golf and Country Club. Now, keep in mind, I-5, Highway 45, Highway 20 will get you to Sunrise Landing in Calusa. That's Sunrise Landing at CalusaSunrise.com. Check it out. A Blazona development project. Beautiful Sunrise Landing in Calusa. All right, basketball. I got one eye on basketball, one eye on hockey. The Thunder now lead 84-72 at the end of 3. So they've built the halftime lead up, and they now lead by 12, as that third quarter scoring was 23-19. Thunder had a big first quarter at 31 points, scored 30 in the second. Too much. LeBron's got 22 points, and he has 6 assists as they get ready to start the fourth quarter. All right, again, do I feel like professional sports is becoming a bubble ready to pop? We used to go to games without thinking of the price. It was to get together and get excited. I don't, based on the way you phrased that, no, I do not. I don't think it's getting ready to pop the way you suggest. I think there's a breaking point to everything in life. And supply and demand is where it's at. Here's the way I would answer your question. If you don't have a good product over a period of time, then I think you're in trouble. Because I don't think you can expect your fans to pay that type of a price to go watch a bad product. But then what happens? Your season ticket holders don't go to the games. They put it on the secondary market, and then you end up seeing tickets available for single digits or for $20 or for $25. So, like, you gotta factor in all of that. All right. Really? Grant, I have a family friend that just bought a house done by Blazona with his backyard as the golf course. He loves it. Man, I love to hear that. Out at Sunrise Landing? That's great. That's great. Fabulous. My buddy stopped watching sports because it got soft. Your thoughts? Well, hockey's not soft, I can tell you that. A's in first place, but, they're 500. But yes, they are. It's not a good division right now. Yes, Calusa is a small town outside of Yuba City, correct. All right, so Colorado now on a power play, leading 4-2, and looking to go up 2-0 on the Wild. You know what? Good question. I have thought about adding membership to my channel and doing special events. I don't know how many people would be interested in that. So if you're interested in doing something private with me, like a membership that's a lot different than this show, you let me know if you'd be interested and we can talk about it. There is no way Sacramento's getting an MLB team, and I don't know why people continue to talk about it, because it ain't happening. I've told you that now since 1987, and I'm going to keep on telling you. It's not happening. All right? Was I ever mean to Matt George? No, never. All right? Grant, going to miss listening to your show while commuting back home every day from San Jose. Keeps me entertained. I have to call my wife to keep me entertained. It's not the same, but she's happy. Yes. Yes. Why would you think I was mean to Matt George? Yes, a tour stop at Sunrise Landing. Do I think the Knicks get past this round? I believe so. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Webb just gave up 4 runs in the fourth. He's really had a tough time this year. Giants now trail 5-4. He blew a 4-1 lead. Yeah, when I saw the lead and I see Logan Webb on the mound, I'm like, oh, they're in good shape. But no. No, indoor lacrosse is totally different than outdoor lacrosse, box lacrosse. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of the fighting in lacrosse. I don't think it's necessary. You don't see fighting on the field, only in the box lacrosse, inside professional lacrosse. I'm not crazy about it. There's no shame for the Lakers to lose to OKC, right? Correct. All right. 6-4 now. Thank you for the update. Appreciate that. Thank you. 2:20 left in a third. Colorado still leading by the score of 4-2. And the Thunder, with 90 seconds gone by in the fourth, lead 88-73. So they're going to, in all likelihood, get the early lead in that series. Said Grant, the month of May and the greatest spectacle of racing is happening soon. I don't think it's the greatest spectacle in racing anymore. I think it used to be. I don't think it is anymore, personally. You'll never, ever, ever, ever duplicate what we had with the Unsers, the Foyts, the Andrettis, and I can go on and on. Ray Hall, that era is gone. That's never coming back. Is the Indy 500 big? Yes. Do I think it's the way it used to be? I don't. That's my opinion. You can disagree. That's my opinion. Giants need to sell and rebuild. They just have a bandage on them. They sure do. They look terrible. You know? Yeah, I did see the Sharks got the number 2 pick with the 10th best odds. That's big time for them. Big time. You know, I don't remember Stump to Schwab and Howie Schwab. I don't remember that. Right? Baki, I can't explain how big I'm going to miss that late night radio show over in Europe. That was my driving car radio paradise. No words for that. Just imagine driving in the middle of the night plus radio. Yeah. Sorry, Baki. Love you, buddy. My Gemini brother, Baki. We celebrate the same birthday. I can get Doggy on. Yeah, I'll get him on one time. The problem is the time. Maybe I'll do it earlier one day. Yeah, he would be a beauty on here, huh? He's a piece of work, ain't he? So 4-2, a minute left. Empty net icing, face off deep in the Colorado zone, but the Wild are going to need a miracle here. They had a good opportunity. Oh, it hit the post. Oh, it hit the post. They had the empty net and a shot on a screen. Oh, it hit the post. I love watching hockey. Love it. Just great. I can't get enough hockey. Give me some hockey. I love it. I'm always watching hockey. All right, let me check the score. What's going on? Still the Thunder controlling that game against the Lakers. Are the Thunder going to win the championship again? What do you think? Are they going to win the championship again? Napes, looks like the Avalanche will run through these playoffs without any issue. I don't agree with you. I wouldn't say without any issue. They look good, though. I mean, I would agree with you. They look like the best team in hockey. Without any issue, I don't know if I'd go that far. All right? A membership to hear exclusive rants would be epic. That's what I'm talking about. Like stuff like that. Like rants that you would never hear anywhere else. Like adult rants. Like, I don't mean sexual rants. I mean like rants that maybe you wouldn't hear, that membership that are special. Like rants that I wouldn't do, that I might do there. Like different content. Again, if you let me know how many people would be interested in it, I'll think about it. All right? I can't do a show at 12 p.m. It's not going to work. I'm not going to do it. So I'm sorry, but not happening. All right? Said the Spurs are winning. They might. They might. Said they won't if Ant-Man turns into Jordan. That's never going to happen. All right? I still think the Spurs are going to win the series. But De'Aaron Fox is going to have to play a hell of a lot better than he played last night. Down to the final seconds in Colorado. And that will do it. The Avs are going to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series to a standing ovation with an empty net tally, and they'll win by a final of 5-2 with the fans going nuts in downtown Denver, Colorado, in the Mile High City. I don't eat a lot of rice. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I do eat some rice. I love rice. So, yeah, I eat it, but not a lot. All right. Lakers still in the game, down 13. Yeah, I don't know if that's really in the game. I mean, in the playoffs, it's different. Well, first of all, they're not down. They're now down 94-75. So that game is over. Game one will go to the Thunder. You got to stay with the current events. You can't give me false reports here. All right. They're not down 13. They're down 19. All right. Yeah, I understand. First of all, they're not in the conference finals already. I know you bet on that. Minnesota can't stop them. I mean, you can't say that. All right. You can predict that, but I disagree with you. Minnesota at home is really, really good. Grant, I think LeBron James' last final NBA series games. Your thoughts? No, I don't think so. All right. Is that right? I'm not big into the membership thing. Mike Francesa tried it years ago. Did he? Didn't work out? Patrick? 5-2 the final, the Avs. No, I don't pay attention to conspiracy theories because 99.9% of them never happen. All right. Pops and I support you wherever you go. Voice of the Kings, health and safety, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support. So the hockey game is in the books. The Thunder, with 7.5 left, are comfortably out in front of the Lakers, 96-79. Chet Holmgren leading the way with 22, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Again, earlier today, the Pistons beat the Cavaliers. Yep, they really want Tom Thibodeau. I think he'll be great for that team. I think he'll be great. I believe that De'Aaron Fox will bounce back. I think Fox should look to score more aggressively. Going to have to shoot better, that's for sure. But by the way, I think Tibbs would be fabulous in Orlando. Fabulous. All right? Fabulous. Other than Doncic, who has really taken off in that 2018 draft. Good point. Good point. Trae Young's already been traded. Ayton, not worthy of a number 1 pick. You know about Bagley. Jaren Jackson's been pretty good. But taking off like the way you say, yeah, good point. All right. Disagree with you. Tibbs will do great in Orlando. I don't think LeBron retires. I think he's still playing too good. I think he loves the game too much. And I think he loves playing with his son too much. Said when Mike left the fan, he tried changing the content. It didn't go over well. And look how popular in New York he is. Yeah, that's a good point. People don't like paying for stuff they can get for free. I understand that. I understand that. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. So I can't really dispute that. Appreciate all the questions here. If you do want to get in on the program, I'll put the link on for you. You can call the show. Already had a couple of calls today. And don't forget the King's Court tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Rhino in Sacktown. Yeah, I do think baseball is going to have a lengthy lockout next season. I don't see a solution in sight right now. These things, if it happens, it's not going to happen until midnight. It's not going to happen until the very last moment of hour 11. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. Well, thank you for ruining my night. Draft lottery fact. The Kings have been in the lottery 27 of their 40-year history. Boy, that is brutal. Wow. Wow. That is, wow. I don't even know what to say on that when you look at the numbers like that. Oof. The economy is also getting worse too. Average person will cut back on most expenses. The economy is like a roller coaster. World events can flip the economy upside down, either positively or negatively overnight. Yeah, I mean, the economy always will have an impact on spending one way or the other. So, yeah, that's always a barometer, no question. I think right now it's okay, but there is a give and take, and there is a breaking point. I mean, that's the one thing I would say. I mean, you can't really deny that, right? Like at some point, your money is your money, and you only have so much to spend. And if the economy is not good, well, then what happens, right? You cut back, right? Maybe you don't have as much of your, I guess, entertainment spending. So, like, there's a lot of different ways to view this, but it's what's affordable for you may not be affordable for me, or vice versa, right? So, understand that you can't just make it uniform across the board because it's different for everybody. Said once they got the number one pick, they picked Purvis Ellison. That draft was not a good draft. Sean Elliott was probably the guy, Stacey King. You know? I know, it is good news. We may not have to deal with replacement refs in the NFL. That is very good news. You are 100% correct. You're exactly right. Yeah, I'll watch the PGA Championship. Absolutely. Mickelson is out for the season. Is he? I didn't see that. Good night, Lynn. I'm about ready to wrap it up, too. Appreciate you, Lynn. I'm about ready to wrap up the show, too. We're going to do about an hour every night, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. Let me get you updated on the scores. Yeah, Oklahoma City is going to win this game 1. Lakers having trouble scoring. You know, they're having trouble scoring. Well, the NFL refs, you might say, are terrible. They're a lot better than the refs that would replace them. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Rhino in Sacktown with the King's Court. That's tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Then I'm back here at 7 o'clock. And I love the ideas. Said, I really like JT the Brick when you had him on your show. We'll love it if you could have him on again. I'll reach out to Brick. He's a good buddy of mine. All right. What do you mean an article came out saying Fox was horrible in the last playoff game? Why do you need an article? Just go watch it yourself. All right. Wow. So Phil's out, huh? Interesting. Wow. I'll look at that information. I didn't see that. I was not aware of that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. There's so much going on. I haven't even paid attention to what's going on in golf. That's interesting. All right. So we've seen the last of Phil. Is that where we're at? All right. Have we seen the last of Phil? Let me see. He was originally listed for the PGA Championship. He's withdrawn due to personal health matter with his family. That's why he didn't play in the Masters. Yeah. Well, you got to hope the best for him and his family, whatever they're dealing with. That's for sure. All right. So tomorrow, again, let me go over the schedule. 3 o'clock, the King's Court, Rhino and Sacktown. I'm back here at 7 o'clock. And we'll do that Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock. As I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Also, You got my X handle there. Hit me up on X. That way you'll know every single time we're doing shows. Lakers bench only 12 points. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. Give me the ideas. Keep them coming. What do you like? What don't you like? We're going to be doing this a lot. We got the NBA lottery coming up on Sunday that we'll be talking about a lot next week, and the rest of the playoffs. Appreciate that. Good hour. Thank you very much. Have a really good evening. 3 o'clock tomorrow, right back here on If You Don't Like That with Rhino, and then on to me at 7 o'clock. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.